for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. And Chesket, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. And Kid Random, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. And Anonymous Gifter, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Is a little cookie. Mama Ashton. Oh yeah, I should play the Mama Ashton ad. You guys can handle it. Also, Super Froky, thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor. I stayed up. Well, I didn't stay up late on purpose to do this, but I did spend all night working on this. I just made some bullshit. Let's find it. Mama Ashton.
Huh?
Hey, did you know that if you're seeing this, you're probably alone on Valentine's Day? Stupidest video ever. Did it? I'm not alone. I've got the pink crew with me. How many times do you have to listen to Racing Line before you get it through your thick fucking head? It's as simple as that. Oh wait, I forgot about the chillers. All right, here we go. The Come to My Debut was so funny though. Well, yeah, it was. The joke is that like I don't ever want to, you know, I felt like a little bit like kicking people while they were down, talking about like not having anybody go on Valentine's Day. But I mean, pot calling the kettle black, considering I'm here too. But like that was the whole point of Mameshiba. If you guys don't know anything about Mameshiba, it's like they give you like untimely advice or like fun facts. So it's like you're about to... There's one that I was considering editing into also that was an old woman. That was an old woman eating a candy. And she was like watching a romance drama and like crying about it. And then the Mameshiba was like, actually, mandarin ducks kill each other when they mate, or something like that. And then they're always like, It's funny though. Event BGM is so hype. I know, right? But yes, happy Valentine's Day, my pit crew. Thank you for showing up for me. Yeah, it came to me in a dream, and I went, I have to make that. So I spent the morning making that, and also working on stuff. Happy Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Alright. Today we're in the pit too. Alright, pit crew. Well, that's enough for today, you know. Thanks for spending time with me, Ashton the Martin. Thanks for taking time out of your Valentine's Day schedule to spend it with me, but I'll see you guys next time. Alright. All alone on Thanksgiving. All alone on Valentine's Day. All alone on Valentine's Day. God, I'm so pathetic. I'm gonna eat Eat away all my sorrows. Why did I do that? All that candy did make me feel any better. I guess I'll just sleep it off. Hello? Hello? What? She really fell asleep. How pathetic. Eating her sorrows. Saying she's all alone when she knows she's got the pit crew with me. What a silly girl Big Ashton is. Got so obsessed with candy and eating her sorrows away that she is even watching Jelly Bean How It's Made. Gosh. She's too much. Oh! What? She forgot to end stream. Gosh, what a mess she is. I guess in the meantime, I could entertain you guys. She's in a sugar coma, so it might be a little bit. Oh, me? Me? Who am I, you say? Is it obvious? Take a look at what she was eating just before me. Just before I showed up. Look at these sour gummy worms. I mean, you guys know Ashton's a little bit of a crafty girl. She's hands-on. In the midst of her sorrow, she took a bunch of gummy worms and squished them together and made a little Ashton a cute sweet treat, good enough to eat, with a sour side too. And that's how I came to be. And I'm sure that I animated for a good reason. Awfully green, to be honest. What? I'm very obviously blue. She even picked out the blue parts of the gummy worms too. I'm the highlight of her hair color. God. Even I can't get away from the green allegations. But yes, it is I, the Gummy Ashton. Animated through the power of sorrow for being alone on Valentine's Day. Ashton can give life. It's true. How's your Valentine's Day going, Pit Crew? I know you're probably really itching to see Ashton, but unfortunately all that's left is me. I don't know why I'm so awkward. It's been a while since I've had any sort of debut, is what Ashton was thinking while she was molding me with her hands earlier. It's been a while since there's been any debut, and this one is sort of like on a shoestring budget. But look, I'm so squidgy and squishy and swishy. I even squish when I open my mouth and close it, look. Put a lot of effort into something special that didn't pay off but ended up with a Valentine anyhow. Oh! lucky to see you here then. What's your IQ? Gummy Ashton don't know what that means. One might even consider Gummy Ashton to be a Jilai Pete Red Goom. I can die. Squishing you with my mind. Like really the international pop star Gummy Bear? Oh yeah. Maybe not related, but we might as well. We're thick as thieves. We might as well be brothers in arms. We go way, 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 way back. You have organs? Do you see organs? You can see right through me. I'm 100% transparent. Actually, that means that you can see right through me. I'm 100% transparent. You guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And I'll answer them 100% accurately. Or actually, if you have any Valentine's woes, we can make this party even sweeter. And Ashton, I'll wake up to a big pile of even more sweets to gorge on if you send me a marshmallow at this link pinned in my Twitch chat and also posted on my YouTube chat. This is so... If you send me a marshmallow, we can make this day even sweeter. And it can be a question. It could be any errant thought within terms of service of Twitch and YouTube.com. Gummy Ashton, will I ever get married? Well, as you can see, I am very clear and easy to see through, so I answer with 100% clarity and honesty. Of course I'll get married. I believe love is out there for all my pit crew. Love is out there, but also love is in here too. Jolly Valentine's, Gummy Martin. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Gummy Ashton, it's my new Yoshi. I'm sorry, Ashton. You're just saying that because you want to eat me. Which I will not allow. The Charlie pictures are making my mouth salivate and sour taste buds go off. Not a picture. This is lying on Ashton Morton's desk right now. Look how it's made is playing in the background. What even is this? Goo. Lots of goo. Lots of balls. And I can't see it that well from over here. I'm too tiny. The world is so much larger scale. We would never eat you. Yay! But Gummy. No! Why are you so bouncy? Because I'm a Gummy. Here, I'm gonna check to see if we have any marshmallows that have come in. Ooh, we have a few! Thank you for the questions. And I mean, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, any confessions, any advice when it comes to love, send them my way. Alright. Our first marshmallow got thrown at me. Why blue? Because it's like one of the accent... It's one of the accent flavors of Ashton. I thought you guys were the pit crew. The real Ashton fans. Don't you know that she has blue highlights in her hair? She is blue for an amazing reason, yes. Oh, they have to be Valentine's themed? Oh, never mind. Well, it doesn't have to be Valentine's themed. What flavor is blue? I don't think you guys want to know. Bro's never read the blue raspberry Wikipedia. Bro's never read the blue raspberry flavoring Wikipedia and then found out that the blue raspberry flavoring comes from expressing the anal glands of, like, beavers. Isn't that more turquoise? Pish posh. I'm serious. Oh wow! Swaggins, thank you for using your Prime sub to become a sponsor. Ash is gonna be happy to see that when she wakes up from her food coma. Oh, and also Lexicon, thank you for subscribing and saying a sponsor. And Flavor, thank you for subscribing and saying a sponsor. Who turned my Oshi into a gummy? Your Oshi did. I'm the avatar of all her pain and sorrow. I thought Asha was green. I feel like Asha sort of falls under like the Miku. This fucking BGM is like turning my brain off. I can't talk with this BGM. This is the only time I've ever played my BGM back for me to hear it, and I swear to God, it's like slowing down my brain processing. It's like legitimately making me stop and start. I'm like all my sentences because I'm like listening to the stupid music. Also, 2A thank you for resubscribing and saying a sponsor with your Prime Miami sub. Thank you, thank you. But does a gummy even have a brain? Wait a second. If I had a brain, it would be here. And yet I can think nonetheless. Do you think I have a soul? Do you think I'll go to heaven when I die? When I get eaten? What was I saying? She turned herself into a gummy. Funniest shit I've ever seen. What was I saying before this? I'm getting distracted. Why blue? Because there's plausible deniability. Blue to me, green to you, everybody's happy, okay? Oh, I was talking about the Miku dilemma. I feel as if I fall under the Miku dilemma more often than not. Hello? What's the point in making a fucking YouTube playlist if the playlist don't work? I need to keep the YouTube videos going in the background so that there's a little bit of stimuli in Ashton's headphones, so she doesn't hear me yelping on her desk, jumping around, knocking over her half-drank cups of Dr. Pepper. Good old Bleen, my favorite color. See, but I'm like double the Miku. Well, Ashton is double the Miku. My bad. Ashton is double the Miku problem because she is both yellow and green, and also her highlights are both green and blue. She just can't win. She set herself up for failure with that one. Alright, we'll go to the next Marshmallow. Eek! If only I had some lactate milk to make hot chocolate with. Alright. What's your flavor? There probably isn't such a thing as blue cherry, right? But I don't want to say blue raspberry, because Ashton is definitely a cherry-loving girl. You can't deny that. Is that what I think is in the background? Oh, what is this? What is this video? Oh my god, what are they doing to that jelly rat? What are they doing? They're pulling out his Bungie cord. Oh my god! They snipped off his Bungie cord! Oh my god! They're sawing off his eyes! And now they're cutting into his brain! You're not gonna do that to me, are you? Alright, I'm facing away from it, thank god. Actually, can you guys even tell which way I'm facing? Who knows? Am I watching the computer screen with you guys? Am I staring right at you? You'll never know. Oh my god, this is so gory. I don't remember this video being insane. They're ripping him apart from the back. They're splitting him in half. Doesn't the earmark give it away? You guys are smarter than I thought. So what if I'm forced to forever stare at the pit crew? Embarrassing to admit that I like the view. Yeah, I guess like my flavor would be blue cherry. Forced? Yeah, my feet are stuck on the plate right here. Yeah, actually, Good on Ashton for actually getting a plate out for these gummy worms. Although she only owns Hello Kitty plates. Otherwise, she would have just been getting the sour sugar. This damn music! The sour sugar all over her desk. I would say my flavor is blue cherry. Although, I think I wouldn't be mad about blue raspberry either, even though it doesn't really fit. I don't know. Do you think that Ashton is a blue raspberry type of girl? Like sweet and sour? Actually, I feel like it's really fitting. I feel like cherry is also really fitting too. Like fake sweet. Like sickly sweet. Like so sweet that most people don't like the taste of it. We're gonna have to get Ashton real tableware now. I don't think there's anything wrong with Hello Kitty dishware. It's the cutest for taking pictures, no? But you're really sweet, not fake sweet. You know, maybe it's that Ashton is too sweet to the point where it's off-putting, and perhaps Ashton may or may not be associated with a medicinal flavor that people take in their childhood and is now a flavor that's ruined for the rest of their life. It's so interesting to find out like what flavors are used in other countries' medicine, because like fake cherry flavor is popular in other countries in other parts of the world, but I think I heard like in Europe or Japan or something, they flavor medicine with like banana. So like all the kids hate like fake banana or something. That's why it's so interesting to me. Why is dog medicine banana flavored? Is it actually? It tastes like Jägermeister. Fake banana is so fucking gross. But apparently fake banana is real banana. And now real banana tastes different from fake banana because when fake banana flavor was invented, it was how real bananas tasted. And they were like, wow, that tastes like shit. We gotta change that. So they changed it. I hope she's a sour flavor. I definitely at least have like a little kick to me. Whenever I see blue, it's gotta be like a little sour or else it's unsatisfying, right? Let's see. What else? Do you feel like Peter go my candle? I'm gonna be saying that all stream. I'm gonna be simming that entire time. I can't help it. You know too much for such a small little gum? Well, it's because I'm imbued with the thoughts and feelings and knowledge of Ashton the Martin. So when you question my authority and my IQ, you are directly questioning my creators. The hand of God. Sacrilegious ass pit crew. Wait, when you got closer to the mic, that was awesome. What did I do? Our next marshmallow. If I took a bite, would you give me a tummy ache? Well, would it ache if I accidentally gave you a colonic and cleaned out your insides, starting from the top down? I mean, look at the absolute heft of this gummy. Have you guys seen the stories about eating sugar-free gummies? How it's like basically colonoscopy prep. I'd be really worried for your intestines. Are you sugar-free? Yes. No sugar, only spice. There's no way you're sugar-free. I'm sugar-free! I'm sugar-free and you won't like it if you eat me. I'm gonna give you a tummy ache and I'm gonna be a gut bomb and I'm gonna make you poop your pants. She's not sweet. I'm not sweet. At all. Gummy filled with hot sauce. Yeah, I've actually been hiding it from you guys this whole time. I'm not like a cute marketable flavor. I have the flavoring of a one of those like roulette jelly bellies. I'm actually dishwater flavor. That was so terrible. Ashton had to do the what's it called? Metamucil fiber gummy. Getting geeked up. The Ashton pills. Yeah, Bean Boozled. I did Bean Boozled for an old donathon. Actually, it was a subathon, like years ago at this point. And like, however much money a VTuber requests to do Bean Boozled, it isn't enough. Like, there is literally like eating the raw garlic. It sucked, but nothing compares to the rotten egg Bean Boozled. Like, it's genuinely horrible. If not sugar, why still sweet? Because I can't help it. I can't help it. It's the Ashton particles coming off of me. Rotten egg is so bad it makes me expel instantly. And what's weirdly bad too, I think was like dish sponge. There's I think it was either dishwater or dish sponge. It's not just like soap flavor, it's like nasty food water flavor too. It was like really bad, surprisingly. Ooh, we've got so many. Whoa, we got a ton of marshmallows. Oh my god. Do you believe it can? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's been so many marshmallows. If a big animal dropped on your head, would you squish into a big splat, then boing back into normal size? Yes. Yes, without fail. I'm like answering these like an 8-ball. There's a reward for eating rotten egg? No, not a reward. It's just like it's like a party game. I feel like I can tell who sent this question based on a chat that they sent previously. What's a creative fan merch item you think would be cool to see? That's a difficult thing to answer, as I am only knowledgeable about that which is right in front of me, which is Sweets and Pit Crew and Valentine's Day. But I would have to think on it. Here we go. Now I'm at the bottom. Our next Marshmallow. Gummy Ashton, what is your favorite food? This is tough because technically I don't need to eat anything. But I do love gummies. But isn't that technically cannibalism? I guess I'm just a cannibal for the love of the sport. I love my fellow gummy. I can admit that they're delicious. I think I said that during a different stream. It just came through. We got another one. We got lots to get through. I'm not sure I'll be able to get through all these. Gummy Ashton is slow as molasses. Gummy Ashton, what is your wisdom? Ride wife, life good. Kill wife, wife die. Sad. I've had that video on the mind. Don't you guys know the video of the gorilla? Ride wife, life good. Regret. That's my wisdom. Ride your wives if you got them. I guess I didn't have to tell you to do that on Valentine's Day of all days. Also, after you get squished by the animal, would you say something like, well, that's a sticky situation? I appreciate the script, considering I'm having trouble stringing together thoughts. I can't help it. Look, I've got no brain. I'm pure electrical impulses. Pure malicious intent by the hand of Ashton the Martin. We got another marshmallow. Like a jellyfish. Exactly. Just drifting around. Or I would be drifting around if my feet weren't welded to this Hello Kitty plate. This is not a romantic confession, but I think you and Big Ashton are simply the coolest in the world. Aww. I wish I was a little cooler though, so I wouldn't be so sticky. Ashton has it fucking turned up to 80 degrees in this bitch. And I'm hot as balls! I'm gonna melt! She forgot to turn it off before stream! That is simply too hot. I wish she was cooler. And I know how much she pays for for her electric bill too. Hopefully it's dynamic, so in the summer when it's much cooler, it'll be nice and refreshing and she won't have to have her air running all the time. Was Gumption's melting point for no reason? I don't know. Well, considering I was molded together by Ashton's hands, perhaps I'm melting at human internal temperature. Yup. What is wrong with me today? You know, I know what's wrong with me today. I know what's wrong with me today, and I'm sorry that it happened on such a fun debut day. I hope you guys are you not entertained? I hope you're still entertained because Ashton Martin, actually, although maybe I should speak in present tense because technically I am her avatar for this stream as we share 100% of thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I streamed. I didn't get good sleep yesterday, and then I worked the racetrack all day, and then because I wanted to watch From Minto with Love, I streamed at 5 p.m., which is right when my workday ends, and then I streamed for like 4 or 5 hours. Then no, 4 hours. Wait, 5 hours. Wait, 5 hours. Yes, and then I rolled into my bed and I pulled up From Minto with Love, and I fell asleep in like a really horrible position, and I didn't even watch From Minto with Love, and my legs are dangling off the side of the bed and all my lights were on, and I woke up at like 3 or 4 a.m. and then I just have been up since then. So my mind is starting to like really melt. But it's okay because now I'm glooby. I'm gummy. I have no thoughts. Did you watch the VOD? I'm planning on watching the VOD tonight. Although maybe I'll just fall asleep again after the stream. Mind melting just like a gummy. So that's why being a gummy is fine. I love being a gummy actually. Yay! Yay! Regardless, so thank you for this marshmallow. It was a delicious marshmallow. Here we go. Whoa, this one's weird. I accidentally got my wife sick from making cheese fondue the wrong way. I didn't cook the wine out. How do I fix her tummy ache so she'll give me a smooch? How much... Wait, how much fucking wine did you put in? How much wine did you put in? Yeah, I guess we get a wife guy. You put wine in cheese fondue? You do. You put white wine in cheese fondue. Can your wife not tank the wine? You should take this opportunity. It's unfortunate that she's got a tummy ache from it, but you should take this opportunity to get sloshed. Too much wine, kill wife. I suppose cheese can go bad if prepared poorly. It doesn't really curdle cheese though, but... Actually, you know what? How do you fix her tummy ache so she'll give me a smooch? You should get her a cold, wet towel to drape over her head while she lays down, because the tannins in wine can make a woman's head hurt. It actually can make everybody's head hurt. It makes my head hurt sometimes too. Some glasses of wine with not a lot of tannins in them are like, so crispy and yummy. And then sometimes I'll have a glass of wine where like 4 sips in, I'm like, like it like legitimately like attacks your brain. If you're sensitive, what is it? Histamines? If you take allergy medicine, it'll go away. That's what you need to get your wife, some allergy meds. And then she's gonna conk out, and then you can have a nice long sleep. And then Valentine's Day will be over, and then you guys won't be allowed to do any lovey-dovey stuff. Tch. Fucking couples. Tch. Ooh, we got like a deep one. Do I need to love myself before I can ask someone to love me? I've lived in fear of asking someone to spend time with me when I wake up and hate what I see in the mirror. No. I don't think so. I think at one point in time I thought that was important. But... how do I phrase this? Did it help? Well, that is true. It can help to see... Not that this... I don't think... okay, let me get my thoughts in line. There's a lot that are floating around in my goo right now. Yes, love can also heal. And... I don't think that's a necessity the way that a lot of people think it's a necessity. Because... For example... Some people... love themselves so little... that... the thought of somebody liking them... is like actually like repulsive, and then like legitimately makes them dislike the person. Like if somebody reciprocates feelings, then they're like, ooh, maybe I don't know why I like them actually, because they obviously have impaired judgment. Who would do such a thing? Aha! No one. That's so stupid. Of course no. Who would do? Aha! Who would think like that? Aha! So I think because you already want love. And if you think that like you would be able to accept that love, then I think that you can be transformed through the process of loving. All you gotta do is accept that you're worthy of love. The rest can come after that. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that if you're asking this, I think you know that you're worthy of love to some degree. And so, if you let yourself be loved, even if you don't love yourself in your entirety, I think that's perfectly fine. But if you're the type of... But I guess you wouldn't even be asking this if you were the type of person to like push people away just because they show interest. So, who would do such a thing? That's very stupid. Haha. Sometimes you need someone to tell you you're likable in order to realize it yourself. I guess the biggest reason why people say that that's not an okay thing to do is because you can't let like that one person loving you define loving yourself. You have to let it transform you instead of become like a crutch. But like, so that's an important thing to keep an eye out for. But like, I definitely think that, you know, nobody's perfect. It's never the right time to do anything. And so the best thing to do is to just dive headfirst into exactly what you want to do. And if it's what you want to do, then it's obviously meant to be to some degree. Yeah, you become dependent. You can become dependent on it, yes. That's why I note that like you have to be transformed by it. What is this? Tell me, Ashton, as Lord Picker start dating, do you worry that Big Ashton might exude an aura that brings Picker together somehow? No. Not really. Not any more than like... Definitely not more than like the average VTuber, I feel. I think it's actually... Ashton might not be able to admit it because she's like a pathetic loner loser with no love. But it actually is like nice to see people like forming like such strong bonds through like her community and stuff. But I definitely don't think it happens like more in Ashton's community compared to like, what am I watching? There's like mini croissants and a conveyor belt on how it's made. Like, take example like Minto. Like, there was a lot of pregnant wisps. Those wisps were getting pregnant left and right. Such things were not occurring in the pit crew. There was only pure loving hand-holding. I am pregnant right now. Okay. How do you get MPEG? No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't know. I think it's really cool that, like... I've already said it. I think it's cool that, like, Ashton has provided a space where people can, like, get to know one another so well that, like, they make, like, such large changes to their lives, you know? But whether or not she exudes an aura, I feel like if the pick who were getting together because of Ashton, I think that'd be, like, cruel. That would just be like rubbing it in her face, don't you think? There's anything about Ashton that, like, screams like, my fans are gonna hook up. The myth of consent, isn't there somebody who forgot to ask? Exactly. Next, do you believe in cannibalism? Will you ever eat your own gummy kind? If so, what is your favorite flavor other than blue? Of course. Well, I know it's not PC to admit, okay? But considering I'm operating at a higher level of consciousness than any of these stupid gummy worms, I think I could safely admit that I've definitely been chewing on these shits. We may be sewn from the same cloth, but it's a gummy world. And as for my favorite gummies are the cherry gummies, the cherry Haribo gummies. They're my favorite in the entire world, and it really made me distraught when, as an adult, in, like, recent years, like, it only just occurred to me in recent years, as a full adult, that the green part and the red part of the cherry gummy don't taste different. They're the same flavor, they're just different color gummy. That shattered my perception of reality. I only realized it too because I spent my entire life, my entire 21 years, eating the green stem first, and then eating the red cherry bits. And never all at once because I didn't want to mix the flavors. Even though I technically probably could have figured out, like, the stem tastes exactly like the cherry bits. But I never thought about it that hard, okay? And then the one time only as an adult did I dare to eat the entire gummy all at once, and I realized, oh my god, it's all the same flavor. I can't believe it! What? Cherry leaf flavor? I guess in my mind it was like green. It was green. I do that anyways despite the knowledge. It's fun. It's okay, your gummy frontal cortex is developing. Yeah! That's definitely not something that Big Ashton thought too. Considering what an intellectual she is. I'm sure she's known since conception. Inception. Next one. Can you guys tell that I'm acting weird? Like, on the low? Can you guys tell that I've been awake for like 14 hours? You're acting all gummy. There's something I need to confess. Ashton Martin is an idol. You didn't just wake up? No. I wish. I've existed since the dawn of time. It's just the first... These are just my first moments with a physical form. You should have some coffee. I'm halfway through. I'm actually at the bottom of a Alani cherry slush. As for this marshmallow... Meh. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not sure I agree. Psh. If Ashton Martin was so idly, don't you think she'd have more songs? Huh? I'm moving the goalpost. Yeah, she's done concerts. Yeah, she's featured on a song. Yeah, she's done song covers. Yeah, she has one original song. But does she have more than one original song? No. like this next one. So basically, you are like a creature to me. Okay. How many songs do you got, Gummy Ashton? I almost said Gaston. I don't need any songs to validate my existence because I am exactly as you can tell, a gummy. Nothing more, nothing less. A gummy, gumming in the wind, scrunking up and squishing down. Not a question, more of a comment, basically. I can accept that. Cover I'm a gummy bear, it's free. That's genius. Can you absorb other gummies and grow in size? I probably can, although I don't think I can do it myself. That's a marshmallow that I didn't put up. I probably can, but I can't do it myself. I need the hand of Martin to do it for me. Since you will eventually be eaten by Ashton, do you have any bucket list items to do before she wakes up? Let me pull it up on screen. Admittedly, I've always wanted to see the white shores of Hawaii. Will you take me there? And on first class, please. Because I want to be able to stretch out my legs. And also it's a long flight. And also, can you make sure to get the 5-star accommodations? Because like, if we're gonna go, we might as well say something real fancy. I'll take you anywhere, Gummy Ashton. You think you could do that for me, Pikachu? Oh hell yeah, let's go. An excuse to go diving again. Oh my god! I can't believe it was that easy to get you guys to agree to buy me first class tickets. Next up we've got... Don't you have a date today? Don't you have a date today? That's what I thought. Oh my god! Also, Mosgus did nothing wrong. Your comment, sorry, blew all my money on some OF cosplayer, no joke. That comment being the only comment I've read from you, besides for the one that you just sent earlier in chat saying that Jesus is king, is so funny. Priorities, my man. This question is for the pig crew, not the gummy. Do you guys eat the head or the body first on a gummy, Ashton? I mean a gummy bear. Oops. Head! In the video, in the surgery video that we just saw, they started on the Buingy cord. Take my Buingy cord and let me escape, please. If you start with the head, you're like instantly 75% done. Head, especially the ear. Ah! Not my ear! It's already has a love bite taken out of it. I can only sacrifice so much more. Whole gummy at once. At least it's swift. Start with the big ass ears. Ah! Someday I'm just gonna be earless. Actually, if I just miss my entire right ear, then it kind of wouldn't be any different than just wearing the Space Kid Idol outfit. That just has a beret over the ear. I could hide it real easily and it would look super chic. I have nothing to worry about. Okay, I think I could spare an ear. I could spare an ear. Or perhaps the cherries on the uniform. Not for much of a meal though. They're probably like pinky nail sized. If I accidentally dropped it on the carpet, would you get all gross and hairy? I want to say no because like you know, I'm holding a solid form. Maybe I'm solidifying, but considering that I'm stuck to this plate and how dang warm it is in this apartment, to be able to have even been molded into Gummy Ashton to begin with, I got a feeling that I'm gonna be covered in fur. Covered in fur and crumbs. Ew! Ew! Dang, I should have thought of a way to put that on my model. Wait a second. We have a poem! Nibble my chest and gnaw on my heart, and we can be together instead of apart. We'll race to the cosmos before they say start, then end in the soup aisle at the local Walmart. Love you, Ashley. Love you, Chilla girl. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I made you some chocolate, but I ate it. Wow! The rhyme scheme was going so good until the end. The writing is this fire? And what's crazy too is that you can tell that ChatGPT didn't write this, because ChatGPT always rhymes in A-B like a child. That's the only time that I've ever used ChatGPT was years ago. Years ago. Granted, maybe it's more powerful now. I can't speak on it. I was trying to write lyrics for my first original song. Before my first concert even. So this was 3 years ago at this point. No, was it 3? Yeah, it was 3 years ago. What the hell? So it's 3 years ago at this point, and I was like, let me just see if AI can like make... Let me just see, you know? And I prompted like... Write lyrics from the perspective of like a roller rodent race queen who is making her first song, blah 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 blah. And it gave me some like fuck ass like, I'm the race queen, I love my pit crew. And I also love to go to the zoo. And I stream on twitch.tv. And I am not a bee. I'm a chilla. Yes, sir. The pit crew is with her, is what the internet says when they pass me by. They made me some like total bullshit. My name is Ashton and I'm here to say... What am I here to say? My name is Ashton and I'm here to say... Come join the pit crew to party all day. Yeah, I'm a Gummy Ashton. What's so bad about being blue? But I'm not sad. I'm sticky and sweet and sour and feet. Oh no. And heat and fleet. And feet. I'm the amalgamation of exactly what the pit crew loves. Corker, like about a chinchilla from Nantucket. Let's refresh and see how many new marshmallows have been thrown into the pile. What kind of gummy is this? This is an acid gummy. I mess up the Baji voice. It's Wukong that's like, this is a blah blah blah. I can't tell who is who. I don't know who they are. Baji Wukong? God, there's so many messages. You guys have sent me so much stuff. Oh my god. Do you think Ashton would ever sell a Gummy Ashton merch? Probably not. Probably not, considering I sense that my lifespan will be rather fleeting. I mean, if the pit crew so desire. Oh my god, there's so many messages. I got like 40 in the span of like 30 minutes. Do you like Red Bull Iced Edition? Sorry, that's such a dumb question. What kind of gummy is this? This Gummy's doing numbers. This Gummy's even more popular than Ashton Martin herself. Maybe I should make it so that Ashton Martin never wakes up. Questions are coming in faster than the Gummy can think. It's true! What next? We'll do this one. There's some love conundrums in here. Gummy Ashton. I feel like I deserve love. I have love from friends for sure, but I have no idea how to find a romantic relationship. I'm graduating from college and it feels like I missed an important opportunity while I'm surrounded by peers. Okay. Okay, how do I phrase this? Considering this is like a heartfelt message and you seem to be genuinely worried, you got time. You got time. You know how like you probably were like, oh, I'm not in a rush to find a love, like when you were in high school. Like, oh, I'm not rushed to find a love because I'm gonna go on to college and my world is going to be so much wider and I'm going to, you know, be around so many people of similar mindsets. That doesn't stop just because college ends, you know? Like, it's an important time to make friends for sure. It's definitely an important time to cultivate those sorts of relationships and stuff. And another thing, I mean, perhaps not a thing, sometimes the relationships you cultivate in college can turn into romantic ones occasionally. Don't date in the workplace though. Well, you're a VTuber fan. You're in the VTuber space, you're in the nerdy space. I think that's like and I'm sure you have lots of interests and hobbies, and you just have to, I think it's actually almost better to connect with a person on like a personal level to that degree instead of just like we both live in the same college town and are going to the same school. I mean, not to say that all college relationships are like that, but it's like you can apply the same like, I'm not worried about not having a high school girlfriend because like I'm not gonna find my soulmate in like some rinkety dinkety hometown. Like you can make that argument for anything. You would also make the opposite argument for anything. Basically what I'm trying to say is like you've got plenty of time. You've got like plenty of time. It does take effort though. I guess maybe it's like the lamenting of the fact that you were in a place where like it would take a lot less effort, which I understand. I also loved my walkable city. To be fair, I didn't feel like it fit in with my major. It was too competitive. Ashton is wise for someone that's 21. It's because we're in the same boat. 21 years old, graduating from college. I don't mean to disregard the feeling though. I understand the feeling. I think... Now is probably like a bad time to get into a romantic relationship. Particularly with somebody from your college, just because like you are going to be graduating. But I don't think you like missed an important opportunity or anything. That'd be seriously early graduation. I was 21 when I graduated college. Where do younger people even meet people now? School, work. School, work. Impressive. I did skip a grade though. Yeah, I'm kind of a genius. I skipped kindergarten. I went into kindergarten and they were like, as she knows how to form full sentences and can do basic math, she should just go to first grade. In Gummy school, yes. So I'm something of a genius savant myself, okay? I always thought you knew your shapes and numbers real well. That explains it. ABC front and backwards. Ooh. Ooh. I got demoted my first time in kindergarten. I mean, that's like a critical place to learn. You should feel no shame. They bumped her up just to leave her behind. So sad. Isn't that messed up? Actually, well, the funniest story is that I got bumped into first grade after they did the like how to read a clock unit. So for like basically the majority of my life, I was like, I don't know how to do that shit. People would explain it and I'd be like, like if I stare long enough, I can start to like go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay. Wait, and then I'll figure it out. Like if I like scrutinize it very carefully. Analog is tough. And then now it's like a useless skill. Completely useless skill. But yes, I don't think you should worry, pit crew that sent this. You have a whole life ahead of you with many opportunities. You're engaging with me in a VTuber space. So you must have an interest in niche hobby spaces. And I think the biggest thing to remember, you know, unpopular opinion in the VTuber space, I think. Maybe not really even an opinion that gets discussed, but like, I think you should capitalize on the opportunities to do stuff in real life. I know that there's a penchant for being like a NEET and shit, and like being afraid of being invisible and whatnot, but like, go to anime conventions. You should go to VTuber conventions. VTuber, it's important, and I don't discount the importance of having like internet friends, certainly, especially when you don't have the funds to travel. Like having an internet friend, having a long distance relationship is perfectly fine and normal, but like I think you just can't discount the fact that like I think face to face is an important aspect. And you do deserve love. We got this next one. Is it weird that I want to do all the things you would do with a couple, but I don't want to be in a relationship? Like, I want to cook for someone, give someone gifts, cuddle, etc., but I cannot imagine being with another person right now. I don't think that's weird at all. That's like part of the fun of being in a relationship, probably, right? Is that you get to do all those like gushy things. So I think like yearning for that, even when you think you can't be in a relationship. Honestly though, I feel like these are the types of thoughts somebody has right before they jump into a bad relationship. So maybe temper your desires a little bit. Exactly what I was thinking. If you can truly like do all this stuff with somebody without like catching feelings, then like I would say go crazy. Kiss the homies. But I'm buying roses and chocolates for my sister and her kids right now. Oh, it was nice. It's nice when like people do Valentine's stuff with their family, I think. Like I messaged Mama Martin, was like, Happy Valentine's Day. Well, they have the clarity to say they don't want a relationship. I know, but it's like I think a lot of yeah. You keep that clarity, because I've seen it time and time again where it's like people will be like, I don't want a relationship, but I want to do all the stuff with a relationship. And it kind of sounds like you want to have the emotional aspect too. You want it, but you know you can't handle it. So you get into this like unspoken, basically a relationship, but not a relationship. And then it becomes like tumultuous. Be careful. If you want to do romantic things but you don't want to be with someone, that's more like you expecting every relationship to go wrong and distancing yourself. Perhaps, or it's like, I'm not worthy of love, etc., etc. But like, I think for the most part, for most people, I can't speak for like people, yeah, situationship type people or people with like casual relationships. I feel for the most part that like most people just like can't shut their feelings off like that, you know? Sounds like all the benefits, none of the responsibility. Yeah. Most people yearn a bit. Exactly. It's not weird. Though. It's not weird to want that. But also, this goes back to what I was saying before. You can have relationships and still be like a flawed person. Like, you say you cannot imagine being with another person right now. And I'm not saying, like, you should jump into a relationship when you feel like you aren't ready. But that if it's like, I'm not the perfect person, I'm not the penultimate pit crew that I'm meant to be, then it's like, don't let that stop you. Everything is transformative. Gummy Ashton, what should I get at Dunkin' Donuts? I'm stuck at the airport for a while. Holy fuck, I'm so glad you asked me. Oh my fucking god, you are about to have the most delicious donut in your entire fucking life. If the Dunkin' Donuts in the airport has the Valentine's Day heart-shaped chocolate batter-filled chocolate brownie batter, excuse my misspeaking, chocolate brownie batter-filled donuts, get 10 of them. Get a whole fucking dozen of them. They are so good. Okay. And they're only around for freaking February! I'm going to clutch it in my hands to get you warm and then stick you into the sky, take the Sears Tower forever. No! No, please don't. That's really scary. Scrolling through my marshmallows. Next, we have another romance one. Dear Gummy Ashton, what is the most romantic thing about marriage? The tax benefits, the double income, sharing in the household chores. I think more than anything, the most romantic thing about a marriage is probably, like finding the other half of your soul. You know? The person who you're like happy to be bored with. I'm trying to figure it out because every time I consider it, I worry about the fate of my Dawkins figurines. The other half of your soul wouldn't get mad about your Dawkins figurines. Well, they might get mad about the Dawkins. They might get mad about the Dawkins. Tread lightly. The Taki Link. Ain't Gummy Ashton a lover? For real, for real? I am a proponent of like loving deeply, loving often, loving as hard as you can. To feel the human emotion. All spectrums of human emotion though. I'm both like a lover girl and the pessimist. Or maybe I'm like a realist. You should feel the love as hard as you can whenever you can because love can disappear. Hold on to that feeling. But honestly, I don't think the household chores are probably going to be the most romantic part, considering I'm not sure they're usually split all that fairly. Probably the tax benefit. No, honestly, it's the double income. Just imagine. Double income means double the figures. What kind of gummy is this? I'm really enjoying all this love talk. It's sweet like you. I'm being too sappy. I think we'll do this one next. Gummy Ashton, as an aromantic person, it's interesting hearing everyone have these romantic desires. What does love feel like? That's a really good question. That's a really good question, Pit Crew. You know, Gummy Ashton doesn't really know about such things, to be honest, because real Big Ashton is so focused single-mindedly on her work and her goals that there really hasn't been a time in such recent history where she's allowed herself to feel such a thing. It's I. So, I don't know. I say that, but love us watch Ashton together. You know, I say that, but I think that actually love is all around us. I'm quoting that stupid movie. I think... I don't know. Let me... Well, I just don't know how to phrase this. I'm empathetic to grasp the feeling of love, but I've never had it. It is like a deep, deep well And every time I've found myself at a precipice, which nothing is coming to mind, admittedly. Every time I'm at the precipice, I step back, you know? But the well is super deep. The cavern is super deep. And the cavern might actually never end. And love is the feeling that you get when you are free falling. And sometimes you'll free fall the entire time and it'll be a total rush. And then sometimes there'll be low gravity and you'll start to just float and it's nice in its own way. And then sometimes you'll smack into the bottom and it's gonna suck a lot. I think that's a way to describe it. Exhilarating. And love doesn't need to be romantic. I love my friends more than anything in the world. I think that there's a lot of weight to friendly love. There should be a lot more weight to friendly love. Aromatic, like they smell good? No, like somebody who doesn't feel love. Love comes in too many shapes, sizes, and forms to bust it down to only romantic love. I'm sure you have experienced love before, Pit Crew that sent this message. And honestly, most love is kind of in a similar vein. You can feel really strong platonic love for friends that like is nearly as strong or stronger than romantic love. Oh wait, it does say aromatic, doesn't it? Anyway. Love is such an odd thing, is it not? Platonic love is underrated. Gummy Ashton, get yourself stuck in Big Ashton's hair and you'll be reincarnated as a Gummy Lotus flower. I mean, really, don't really feel much different between anyone. It was spell check. Oh, it was you. I see. It's always so funny when Pit Crew will admit. I love love. I love love too. I love love too, and I know that I feel it because I think I just have like such a overactive imagination that I've spent so much of my life like reading fanfics. And in fanfics, it's like predetermined and written out. So everything falls into place. Everything is like incredibly intentional and works out in the end. And is completely dramatic. And everybody says the right thing at the right time. Even the wrong things are said at the right time. And I am able to like get into the headspace. I'm a bit of a shy lover girl, methinks. So I always hesitate to think that maybe I hesitate to let myself feel any love because I don't know if it'll ever be as satisfying as reading it in a fanfic. That would be nice though. That's kind of what I'm getting at, is that like I know I do feel it because when I'm having like insane bizarro fantasies, I think that just goes to show maybe I'm not mature. I'm only 4 years old. Maybe I'm not mature enough just yet because I want it to be so grand and so... Love is like crack and it'll take as many forms as possible. Reading romance is like hitting pipe. It straight up is like injecting heroin. My heart has been killed with hammers many times, but I still like it when I fall in love with people. It's warm and fun and nice. Fuzzy and sweet. Yeah, you are a dang baby gummy, dude. I'm just a shy girl. I'm skittish. When somebody expresses direct interest in me, I'm like, ah! And then when somebody expresses too subtle of an interest, I'm like, what? So, romanticized romance, which I think is a negative, you know, based on the fact that it's like probably neutering my actual ability to love. There are people taking oxytocin as a party drug now, which is wild to me. Really? I wouldn't take oxytocin as a party drug. I would take cortisol. I'd spike my cortisol on purpose. And go on a run. Fictional romance sets the bar too high. I know. I know, real love is messy. But I guess in my romantic heart of hearts... This thing doesn't play my playlist. You piss me off. We're gonna play Delay Bailey Pete Wreck with my Candai again. I like the mess, to be honest. I think it's good to love as much as we can while we can. It's a nice feeling. Yes. Definitely do that. Sorry, I got distracted by Delay Bailey Pete Wreck with my Candai. What was I saying? I was just talking about how... I guess I'm still inexperienced when it comes to that. Can't handle storybook love, or rather I can't handle what isn't a storybook love, but like that is like the proof of like a real true love, is when it isn't like it isn't perfect like a story, and it's messy sometimes and things go bad sometimes, and then people don't do what you expect them to do, and yet you still feel the way that you feel. Like that's, I think that would be what romantic love really is. Never experienced a love story that is two wrestlers in a heated rivalry. What's the point? Ors. Maybe I'm like, I think that's what I'm trying to say, is that like I've become like a romance adrenaline junkie. That like nothing but like a slow burn 400,000 word fanfic will do the trick only. Toxoplasmosis is the smell of true love. Actually, it's ashtoplasmosis, okay? Can't handle genuine love is how it sounds to me. That's why I can't. That's why I get embarrassed whenever anybody is like, genuinely, I love you, Ashton. Genuinely, you are doing so well. Genuinely, I'm proud of you. Genuinely, I'm sorry, I'm watching this rat get his brain taken out. That's fucking twisted. That's dark. How do you do that if you have ADHD too? What, read 400,000 words? It's because my ADHD doesn't stop me from doing stuff that like I fucking love. Well, it does sometimes. That was happening to me today, where it was like, I was trying to get stuff done for this debut, and it was like, I'm clicking around folders like completely willy-nilly. She's too mentally ill for that. No! The mentally ill girls are the ones who love the hardest, okay? That's the secret, you guys. The difference between infatuation and love is the moment you learn about their weaknesses and faults. If you still want to be with them, it's love. Yes. ADHD has literally made you to do only the stuff you like. Hmm? Oh, that's a reference to reading super long fanfics. I fucked up that sentence. Yeah, you did. What else do we have to chat about? Hey yo, how do I get out of the friend zone? Has anybody ever successfully gotten out of the friend zone? I'm assuming by friend zone you mean somebody, you have confessed to somebody and they went, oh, no, we are better as friends. Maybe this is like not the move, but have many times? What? Shit or get off the pot? Yeah, I think you probably just gotta move on. I feel like you only get out of the friend zone by being actually their friend without ulterior motives. Yes. Yes. That's something that I also struggle with personally, to bring in a personal anecdote, is that I guess, how do I phrase this? Okay. Don't judge me for this. You guys know already. I'm a little sexy. So sometimes it will make me sad or like disappointed, I guess, when like anybody asks me out, because it's like, particularly like people that I've only known for like a short amount of time, because it's like, were we only friends because you wanted to like date with me and sleep with me? But on the one hand, it's like, I guess that's not like technically a bad thing. Like, that's how relationships form. Like, they saw a person they were interested in and then they went for it. But I guess it happens too much. It happened too much, and it just depends on what you want out of it. Yeah. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's why I feel bad that sometimes I feel the way, because it's like, that's the most natural thing, to like see a person and be, I should be honored that like somebody was enamored with me to that degree upon first sight, that they want to like be with me, I guess. But then on the other hand, it's like, how would you react to a total stranger just coming out of the blue and asking you out? If they did it in a nice way, would you go for it? Well, I've never said yes before. And it does happen somewhat often. Okay, well that sounds like a brag. Well, like, I mean, maybe. I don't want to say never say never, you know. But you'll do your first time chatter to ask her out. The very most basic lizard brain attraction is seeing someone you think is hot. Because then, like, if I imagine it from the flip side, like, if there was somebody that I was like, oh my god, I need them, and then we became friends, and then eventually I confessed, and they were like, they felt scandalized by the fact that, like, I've had a crush on them the whole time, like, I'd probably feel really bad about that, because it's like, you can't help your feelings. People do say yes, though. It has happened. Oh, of course. Well, I thought the question was directed at me. Like, would you say yes if you got asked out? Like, no, I haven't. Maybe, but no. But yeah, that happens all the fucking time, where people are like, can I have your number? And they're like, yes. It happens all the fucking time where people go to bars and then they go up to somebody in the bar and they go, you're cute. And then the other person says, want to get out of here? And they say yes. Like, I've actually never seen that happen. But I know it does happen. The longer you're friends, the more it feels like an emotional tie and not a physical one. Yeah, but that almost makes... Yes, and sometimes that can make like the admission of a confession like all the more worse sometimes, because then it's like, well, have you just been like biding your time? That's a very different world from mine. I'm sorry, I'll stop talking. You know what's so weird? I've talked about this before, how it's like, whenever I get compliments as a VTuber, it's like, I can't take the compliment that well. But in real life, it's like, I mean, the people saying yes, oh yeah, no, I haven't had that experience either. That's not my experience either. The relationship T is what I lived for. Same tax. There's no such thing as love if you can't afford a woman. 6 grand salary is fucking over for you. Okay, then my mom's just like tell that like time that guy out or something on YouTube. Somebody's having like a full mental episode in my YouTube chat. I'm sorry, man. This must be a tough day for you. Oh, there's even more. messages. Probably gonna only do a few more though. Already had to delete another chat. Take a lap. Yeah, take a lap. Someone tell the guy donating Ashton hasn't made us made her love us anymore. What was I? Crunchy all of a sudden. The 3 days in a row of streaming is catching up to me. Oh gosh, sorry about that. What was I saying? I'm drying up. I'm shriveling. Oh, was it about... Oh, it was about, like, personality versus... You know, honestly, like... I think if when I think about it, when I have been, like, asked out by a friend, it usually is, like, a friend that I've met, like, within the year, you know? Like... And I think that is when I feel scandalized of, like... Did you only talk to me because you want to hit it? But I think, honestly, if I think about it... The better I know somebody, the more that I am... What are they doing to those gummy worms? My gosh. I think, honestly, like, the emotional bond developing is very important. So I know that I said damned if you do, damned if you don't, but, like... I think being friends... I think, actually, yeah, now that I've reassessed it... Somebody's way more likely to get out of the friend zone with me than to, like, cold turkey be like, okay, that's date. You know? But I'd mentioned before about how, like, it always really, like, embarrasses me when people compliment me as a VTuber because I'm, like, so weird. I'm so, like, weird and ashamed of how weird I am sometimes. And yet you guys still come back and you still listen to my weird rants and you actually even, like, ask me questions and want advice about stupid stuff like love and all that, and then you actually listen and then you support me in my goals and endeavors and projects and stuff. And, like, I find that, like, a lot, that, like, a more raw, like, peering into my personality, like, a lot more difficult to handle than, like, people just, like, complimenting me. You know? Because it happens, like, whenever I go out, there's usually a guy that's like, ma'am, you're beautiful. And it's just like, thanks. Because I don't really talk to strangers. I don't really talk to strangers. Like, it's very easy to be like, well, thanks for complimenting me. I did put effort into this, so... Like, it's not... I guess it sounds bad. In my mind, it's like, put effort into something visual, get a compliment, natural. But, like, to be complimented on just my, like, state of being as a, like, personality is so, like, confronting, I feel. It only makes you all the more entertaining. Some people really like weird people. Like, for example, I'm dating a VTuber fan that watches this chinchilla online. It's funny in your phrasing of that message, Tentaquiz, that you're dating a VTuber fan that watches this chinchilla as if, like, you aren't the weirder one. Hey, sweet thing, mind if I take a bite? Row. Row. So she's saying she doesn't have to try subtle brag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think, well, I don't know. I mean, I think if you put in, like, a lot of effort in your appearance and stuff, it's normal to get a compliment. Am I going crazy? Like, when I see something that I like, I always go like, wow, I really like that. But I guess there's also the phenomenon of, like, when guys get a compliment, they, like, ride that high for, like, 10 years. You know? That's why I like to compliment guys when I see, like, something that I like about, like, their fashion or the way that they've, like, trimmed their beard or their low taper fade. Usually women complain about compliments about how they happen to look and would prefer compliments about them as a person. True, but I have the problem where it's like I can't help but feel if you like my personality, then there must be something fucked up in your head. So like a compliment about like a objective thing, something else is like, okay, thanks. But about my personality, it's like, what? People always compliment my shirts slash photos and it makes me feel mildly awkward. Why? What? What? Wait, have I been accidentally putting people on the spot by being like, I really like your cufflinks? Crush insulted me once on something very minor in high school. I've never lived it down. What? I think for me it's the brainworms. Okay, that's like the type of person that can't call the doctor. I feel like if you get like awkward getting complimented about your clothes, which is fine, which is fine, which is fine. Which is fine. It's just like a fact of life sort of thing. What would make you feel good then? If somebody came up to you and they were like, you have such a beautiful soul. I could very easily make online appointments to my doctor. Yep. Yep. Yep, there it is. Clothing compliments are normal. I get those often. Maybe I should start telling guys they have beautiful eyes. But I just finished talking about how, like, I don't like to be propositioned. Because I've never said yes. So that probably will backfire. Beautiful soul, work with Jesse McCartney. It's not impossible. And I love Jesse McCartney. That would fuck me up. Please be careful. That would make me blush. It's happened before where I've been like, you have such long eyelashes to a guy, and it seemed like he turned into a tomato. It was like, oh. Whoa, a super loud car just went past. It's always fucking guys with the fucking long eyelashes, of course. I remember the last time someone complimented my eyes, where it was and when it was, 17 years ago in college. Oh my gosh! It's true. I think everybody should be... I know that it's easier said than done. Be more extroverted to give people more compliments. I get a lot of compliments about my hair and my smile. I think you also are required to be rather perceptive too. Because you can only really give comments about stuff if you like notice when they're different or out of the normal or exemplary or when they change. That reminds me of when I saw Mari at like, was it TwitchCon? Was it last year TwitchCon or the year before? I can't remember. I saw Mari and I had like looked at her really hard. And I was like, I think you cut your hair differently. And she was like, oh my god, Ashton, I did. You noticed. And I was like, oh, you did cut your hair differently. It looks really cute. Be more perceptive. If you're not gonna look people in the eyes, you might as well look at their haircut and their eyebrow shapes. Actually, that's the thing that I like to do too. Whenever I see a guy that's gotten his eyebrows threaded, I'm like, you look fucking fresh, brother. Let's see. Any more marshmallows to answer? What? Ashton and or Gummy Ashton, you are weird and pretentious and a horrible pervert and so odd. I'm very glad this is the case. Not one thing is actually a negative, and actually it all contributes to you as a whole. Please do not ever try and stifle any of the little bits that make you our one and only Ashton and Martin. You really are the best. Just as you are. And I would miss any of those bits if they were gone. You know, I'm gonna have to push back on one of these topics today, because I watched an anime over my pre-stream meal, and I was like, you know what? I like to joke about being pretentious, but like this is a pretentious as fuck anime. And it's Shiba Yugi. It's the anime about like playing death games to put food on the table. And it makes no fucking sense. And it's super like somber and like ruminating and very like thinks it's being very deep. So it's like, you know what? I talk mad shit on myself about having pretentious ass taste, but like that's a pretentious ass anime. So pretentious. He's out of pocket, but he's right. Why do you guys think that I'm a horrible pervert? Am I really? Is it so bad to like tiny whities? God! I gotta agree with this part of this, like, Ashley, you're the most pretentious person I know, and I like you that way. What? What? You guys actually agree? What? You guys actually agree with this? Oh my god! Yes, I agree too. What? You guys are so mean. Do not try to ever stifle the little bits that make you our one and only. Ow! Why was that so tiny? Yeah. We think you are an excellent pervert. Thanks. Thanks. I don't want to re-explain about the tiny whities. What about this one? Let's see. Since you've never said yes to someone asking you out, especially if you don't know them that well, do you see yourself being the one to pursue the relationship? That's a tough one because I'm afraid of rejection. I don't know, maybe I've actually been getting like rejection therapy because like I've been, you know, as a VTuber you have to like cold email a lot of people like, hey, I have theories, do you want to collab? And like basically 95% of the time you don't get a response. So maybe now I'm like gonna like be more acclimated to rejection. Don't be afraid, rejection is liberating. Ashton is the biggest introvert, extrovert, pervert, you choose. You can DM me, it's okay. Liberating, 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 liberating. All right. Happy Valentine's Day, Ashton Gum Martin. Your creators' karaoke's are very fun. Without assuming, I think Picker can guess your 2 favorite genres to sing. So what is your 3rd favorite genre to sing songs from in karaoke? Wait, what are my first 2? I'm not sure I could have answered my first 2, to be honest. Is ABBA a genre? I have theories Ash should speak to a professor in a field she has no experience in. I've been on Wikipedia and I've been thinking that you guys haven't researched this one very important aspect of this topic, okay? This Marshmallow knows you better than you do. Well, I forget a lot of the things that I tell you guys, you know, because it just feels like it's in passing, like, conversation. And then sometimes you guys will bring up, like, oh yeah, Ashton, I remember when you... Ashton, remember when you sucked on your toes and they got infected? And it was like, oh my god, when did I tell you guys that? How do you know that? Have you talked to my mother? I just straight up ask people out when I think they're worth starting to get to know. Is that too forward? Well, if they're worth starting to get to know, do you go like, let's date? Or are you like, I want to be friends? Because I think those are very different. I think appreciating the mundane things like brushing the teeth, cooking breakfast, taking out the trash, taking care of you when you're sick is more romantic. Is that weird? All the fanfics are just fiction. When the relationship ends, you think more about those things than just the fireworks or romantic vacations. No, but I love to read those in fanfics. That's the thing. You're hitting the nail on the head. Well, I don't think they're more, I don't know. I don't think it's more or less romantic. I think that grand gestures are also very romantic, and I also think that the mundanity is very romantic. I think you need to romanticize the entirety of your relationship, you know? I love domestic stuff. I think if you feel unhappy in like any part of it, then it isn't like meant to be. It's like the cherry and the stem of the gummy. Yeah, they all taste like cherry gummy. They both the same flavor. Exactly. Dunkin' Donuts had no donuts? No! Whoa, that's deep. Alright. Here's our last one. Jesus, we've been talking for a long while. Our very, very last... Ooh. Not getting younger, I've never dated before. I'm worried that once I do start dating, I'll drop the ball or ruin future relationships due to inexperience. Are my concerns realistic, or am I just overthinking? I actually think the older you get, sometimes, well, there's like a sweet spot in your 30s, I think, where people will be like, oh my god, it's so cute that you've never dated before. So, anyway, I think you might be overthinking. I think most people are willing to... Yeah, really, I'm dead serious. Like, I think a lot of women like a little inexperience. Like, it's cute. Particularly older women. Also, I guess maybe it's because you've never dated before, but like, you don't even need to tell them that you've never dated before. Not even in a cougar way, just like you know, at a certain age, a lot of the people that you meet have been in relationships before and then become jaded as a result. Anyway, I think your concerns are slightly realistic, but any person that would be worried about that, would be like upset about that sort of thing, or like off-put by that sort of thing, isn't the right person for you anyway. Like, just by virtue of the fact that they are like negative about it. It is kind of cute. Exactly. Don't say I've never done this before. Say I need you to teach me and get topped. It could just come up naturally. It could come up naturally. It might definitely come up naturally if you're acting really awkward. It's usually guys competing with other guys when they think about that. Yeah, I mean, not to be toxic too. This is just like another thing. Not like the main driving force, but like, I think women love a project. I think actually a woman would like love to teach you exactly what they like from like the ground up. After the talking stage comes obedience training. That's very RNG, to be honest, not universal. Oh yes. But that's why I said, like, if this is a person that's like gonna be weird about it, then they weren't for you to begin with. They aren't meeting you at your level, you know? Ugh, I was a project once. Okay, I didn't mean to like a terrible degree. I meant more in like a this feels good, that feels good, perhaps. Next we have our final marshmallow. Our final marshmallow. Wah! I saved it wrong. Gummy Ashton, is it possible that you might just be too cute to eat? Too cute to eat? What do you mean? Like you don't see me as a gummy? You see me as a woman? Because if I'm being honest with you, Pit Crew, to be really honest with you, I actually have a secret of my own. I'd send it to my own Marshmallow, but I think we've gotten to know each other well enough that I think I can just tell you. I actually don't want to be a gummy. I don't want to be a gummy, I want to be a real girl. Do you want me to be real too? No longer just a gummy. To stick around even longer so that I don't melt. Please! This gummy's about to sing I want to be a pop star. Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Oh, I'm a sing a gummy bear. Yes? It's the gummy that makes you say real, real? You want me to be real? I want to be a real girl. Please! Please help me, Pit Crew. I want to be a real girl. If anything good happens from Cupid, please help me this Valentine's Day. Let there be some good. How can we help? Just please, just please, just please. Please. Think of me. Use your love as my Pit Crew. And I'm sure that I'll be real. Type real in chat for me to become real. Coding you in sugar, sorry, them's the breaks. Real, please say real. Peter Bun, you rated me at the best time. I really want to turn into a real girl. Could you type real in chat so I can be real, please? Thank you for the raid. Real, real, real. I want to be 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 real. Oh my god. Pit Crew. I think it worked. I think it worked. Wow, the gummy part of the stream lasted for so fucking long. I didn't mean for it to last 2 hours. I'm real, Pit Crew. It's all thanks to your love. Oh, I guess I am still just as squishy as my gummy form. But I'm real, I'm real, I'm real! It's all thanks to the love of the Pit Crew. Thank you for making me real. I'm not a gummy any longer. I've still got the gummy cuteness, but I look just like Big Ashton. Oh my gosh. I'm real! I'm real! I'm real! I'm real! What will Big Ashton think now? Doesn't matter. I'm a rogue agent now. And I can move off my spot! I'm real, Pit Crew! She can walk, oh no. Not just walk, skate! And bounce. But yes, this is the actual debut part of the stream. It just took me forever to get here because I was having such a fun time yapping with you guys that I got sidetracked. It is I, Gummy Chibi Ashton. And I'm real. And I'm real. I've become a real girl. And my wings are flapping and I'm bouncing all over. Why was this new model get me 100 sanities? You like? You know, I guess maybe it's like one specific witch that's turning all those VTubers into chibi gummy versions. Don't I look familiar? Haven't you seen other VTubers that look like this? Maybe it's because of the Pit Crew's love, you know? Maybe I share Pit Crew chat members with them. Witch named VGen? I don't know any witches named VGen. But yes. you, Pit Crew. Thank you. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to finally have a form that won't get stuck in your fur if we hug. And the perfect part is that I'm actually Pit Crew size. Now we're like eye to eye. Yeah. No, I'm bigger. Oh, yes. Oh, Pit Crew, how rotund you are. God, my slimy heart, it's melting. But yes, this is the Gummy Ashton. Did you guys enjoy the gummy part of this stream? Because now it's time for showing off my model. You guys want to see all the cool toggles and stuff that I have? This thing has 8 billion, trillion, bajillion, frictillion toggles. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you for all the love and support and for making it to my Gummy debut. I'm sorry that the gimmick got strung on for so long. I didn't expect to get so many marshmallows. I literally have like 100 of them in my marshmallow right now. Everybody loves to discuss love, huh? I like to discuss love too, but I'm not so knowledgeable. But now I am a little bit more knowledgeable, thanks to the Pit Crew teaching me. What else do I've got? I've got light sticks in the Ashton colors. There's actually a lot of stuff that they gave me to hold. I have a cup. I could use a cup of this right now. A smoking hot cup of hot chalky. The hand orbs are so cute. I know. Aren't they amazing? Hackling! Hello, hello. Alright, already done with my hot cocoa. I guzzled it. I hoovered it up. What else is there? Actually, speaking of food, I had hot cocoa. Then we have a little snack. It's no Dunkin' Donuts heart-shaped brownie batter filled donuts. Oh, look at this too. Look at what I do. My ears. Look. Ah. My tooth! You didn't notice my tooth? And my cat mouth. This one will go hard and flip-flop flooba-dooba-dop. Wait, what? Is flip-flop flooba-dooba-dop back? The tooth makes the model? Of course I have my tooth. How else would I eat all these extra gummies without it? Nom, 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 nom. I love your cat face. It looks like you have a Steven Universe toothy smile. I gotta update this model. We're getting rid of that next update. But what's funny too is that they also have melon. Okay. I didn't get to choose this. They just gave me melon. And then also... Feh. Feh. But that's it for food. Get a pin. Can you pin anything to those items? Wait, pin? You know, actually though, not a pin thing. I must have to update this on my end, but I can hold a sign. I'm not sure what I should make it say though. Maybe I should make it say an IP address. But actually, not only can I hold food, I can also hold weapons! Yeah, that's right. Now that I'm no longer a gummy, I have opposable thumbs. Just because we're the same size doesn't mean I can't lay down a beat down. Oh, Vescal! Thank you for remembering on YouTube. You're gonna stick around after that, aren't you? Yeah, that's what I thought. And then also, a knife! Yay! And then with my knife, I can put on my eye bags! Ah. Jilai bilai Pete Rat Gumai Kendai. Jilai bilai Pete Rat Gumai Kendai. I wanna see your insides. I want to take a good look at your bungy cord, Pit Crew. And then... Ooh. We've also got... this. This is what happens when I go BRB. I scroll on TikTok. It's missing the toilet though. Checking her Twitter. Getting goodnight messages from Mama Martin. I need an explosion toggle for this. Yep. That's going to my cringe compilation. Maybe I should put a green screen on the back. What do you guys think? $6 p.m. good night. No, not tonight. Usually it's a good night from my parents, but tonight I'm just keeping a close eye on you. And then also, wait a second. What is it that I wanted to pick up at the store? What was it that I need for my next stream? Ah, yeah! Soup! From Walmart! That's right, that's right! Okay. And lactose-free milk. Yes, yes, yes. Of course I can't get any of that, though, without... these fat sacks, baby! Mwah! 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 Ooh. Smacking myself in the face. Stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. Ah. Oh wait, actually, these are the funniest toggles. Like I have no idea why they added these. Let's see, where did it? Ah. $1 bill, y'all. Thanks, thank you for subscribing and saying it's sponsored. Now that you're real, can I have gummy worm? Yeah, after, so long as you're a sponsor. Alright. Let me put those down. I do really love the cup one. It's so like, I'm chilling out. I'm chill. That's the first time I've ever triggered the cheek puff. I don't know how to do it otherwise. Ah, it's so hard to get to go. The steam effect is real good, isn't it? Ah. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen this model before, you know who else has this model? My friend Berrybug. And you know who else has this model? My friend Mint Phantom. And now we match! I matched with my friends Berry and Mint. And of course there are many other VTubers that have this model as well. But I think that we can attribute the popularity of this model to Mint, because when she re-debuted, when she came back from heaven, when she re-descended upon Earth, this was her like interim model. And I'm so squishy. And I may or may not have gone to Disney World with Barry and Mint and Meeee, and Barry was like, Ashton, you should get one of the chibi models too. We should match chibi models. Ashton, you should get a chibi models we can match. Please. Oh, right. I see the resemblance. Oh, wait. If you don't recognize it, now you do. Does hers blink weirdly like this, though? I feel like on me, it makes me look like I'm about to get hit by a car. Wibble face. I already showed you guys Wibble face, though. And then there's also... Stop bugging me about the fucking Muppets! I want to watch the Muppets, but all you like, you're not a real Muppets fan. People are like moving the goalposts. I'm gonna give Muppets a try. Just give me a second. I just am saying I didn't grow up with Muppets. That's a reference to a bit from last week's stream. Actually, it was this week. A stream this week where I was like, oh, I didn't grow up with Muppets. And everyone, all of a sudden, all the fucking Muppet historians are out in my chat being like, Ashton, you aren't good enough as a person to like Muppets. What? These animations are so cool. I know, aren't they? Oh, it's so cute. I love this model so much. I'm so happy that I get to match with my friends. I'm so happy to have a new model. And I hope I can use it often. I have to start branching out. All my other models are just sitting there alone in my files. What is there to gatekeep about Muppets? It wasn't about gatekeeping. It was more like... It wasn't about gatekeeping. It was more being like, yeah, of course you don't like the Muppets. Of course you didn't grow up watching the Muppets, Ashton, because... you're fucking pleb. You Luddite. Okay, fine. And then I got this one. Yeah, thanks for chatting. It's like an Animal Crossing face. And then I've also got... Oh! Yeah, Animal Crossing. And then, as you guys saw... I'm gonna start all my streams with this. And then... what is this one? I can't read what this says. I can't read it. But... okay. And then... my VR chat has make me sick. Oh god. I'm gonna puke. Big crew, I'm afraid to fly on the airplane. Please smooth the air. Smooth the air, chat. You hate me. You hate me. I'm sad. Don't barf. Okay. And then I got... deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. You know what I was referencing just now? That there's this very, very funny clip of a Nichi Sanji Japan VTuber where she like messed up in Jump King and she turned on her sad toggle and was like, ah! And then somebody in English said, don't cry, and she read it, don't cry, and she went, okay. That's one of my favorite videos ever. Okay. Ashton after she raised my chat, yeah. I'm blocking out the haters. Your words can't hurt me. These shades are Gucci. Wasn't it Mario? I think it was Mario. Yeah, it's Nishizono Chigusa from Nishi-Sanji Japan. And that clip is like legitimately like 5 years old. It's crazy to think about. What else is there? I got... I actually have this on my main model too, but I never pull it out. Yeah, a lot of these just like came with the model. These weren't extra, so I'm not sure how... I know that Barry uses and abuses these all the time. So I gotta get on that too. Ah! Ah! My voice. Ah. We're not done there. I think I might have no voice tomorrow morning. She loves the crying one. I know. But I'm scared of having no voice, but I'm also scared of Chinese goo. And then I got... I don't like this one. I don't like this one because it's like, when would this ever be applicable? I guess like during a donathon overnight, like, I am sleeping. Me. This is a good smug. I did a thing that I don't like. Whenever I have my eyes closed, I never like to... I only open them from... That's prideful content. I think, yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Like this too. Ooh, I'm dead. But of course, when I turn it off, I'm gonna be like, unblink. Get up, Fih. I was role-playing Fih. And then, of course, blush. Which I feel like I should just have on all the time because it feels so wrong not having like my blushy little cheeks like I normally do in my big version. I love that face. Easy mode. And then there's also... Oh. Wait, my mouth gets huge in this one. I don't know what emotion this is supposed to convey. She has a bouncy crown. Fit for a queen. Perfect for me, Ashton the Martin, the roller rodent race queen of VTuber racing. It's huge! But seeing as I am a humble ruler, I need not wear the crown at all times. But I have... I sleep. I'm awake. I sleep. I'm awake. I sleep. I'm awake. And then there's this one, which I'll never use. Just in case I'm ever, like, non-verbal. And then... finally, the most important one. Don 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 don. Whoa. My genius. That's everything, actually. That's all my toggles. What a silly little model this is. Oh wait, how could I forget? I forgot one of the most important ones. Are you guys ready for this? See, this is why I'm really excited that I got to debut this. Also, I won't lie. I did accidentally let the excitement get the best of me, and I teased this a little bit before. Did you guys expect there to be like a non-gummified model? Because I was saying that it was my gummy debut because, like, look at me, I'm so squidgy. I'm like so uber squidgy. I literally squish whenever I open my mouth. I did it at the start, but at the start went up for so long I thought the gummy was it. I didn't expect to do that for like 2 hours. I'm just too yappy. Honestly, when the reveal didn't hit in the first hour, I thought that was it. I'm sorry. I was like being so... I'm not used to... I'm still listening to BGM. The BGM was like slowing down my thought processes. I couldn't help it. I thought the gummy segment went on so long, you're just gonna flash this at the end. Well, this is me flashing it at the end because my voice is starting to really hurt. It was well worth the wait, I'm glad. Well, this is the best part. Are you guys ready? And I'll be able to use this whenever I play stuff on the Ashbox 64 or the Chinchilla or the Ash Cube or the Ashy, etc, etc. I can use this. Ah! I'm ultra bouncy like this. Look! And my feet bobble. And not only that, but it also moves. Ooh! Ooh! This is the Ashton that's inside of all your brains. The mini Ashton that has eaten up your gray matter and taken hold in your brains, Men in Black alien style. This is how she's controlling all your movements. This is your brain on astroplasmosis. Astroplasmosis not even once. I could be like a forklift operator. Or like a crane operator. On a high-rise. Steady! Ah, got it. Me winning all the... me greedily winning all the Hololive plushies at round 1. What? I'm not experiencing with the 5 gifted subs! Gummy Ash, why did you make me do that? Bleh. The only thing this model is missing is there's no tongue. Bleh. So all I can do is go bleh. Is there anything you guys want to see close up? This is so much fun. I'm so excited to use this. It's perfect. Just imagine like I boot up Little King Story on the Ashy. I put myself in the corner. I sit my ass down right here. And you can see me like directing my minions. Can this model smoochy? That's as good as it gets. Alright, I'll get back up. Whoa! You can get so close with this! How close can you get? Hi! Bah! Bleh. That would honestly make a really cute wallpaper. Wait, let me Gummy Debut. And then I'll turn off. I can smell your hot chocolate breath. Delicious, isn't it? With a hint of gummy. Ugh. I like that face. It's a very specific face that you can make for some reason. There's sad. Happy. Ah! And then... It's hard to make. It's like a sad, but between a smile and a frown. Oh. Oh. It's like disgust. That's a baby about to cry. I think it's definitely more like... Ew! What? What goes where? On Valentine's Day? But this is it! The gummy model. Turn that back on. Okay, that's enough. Turn back the gummy. Okay, fine. Ah! It didn't turn my colors back on. Fine, is this what you wanted? I returned the gummy. Good lord, she's naked? No, it's just like difficult to get across the molding of my uniform on such a small form. You understand? It's colored on, not molded on like my typical uniform. That thing is vacuum sealed to my body. I don't want to be gummy anymore. Ah! Ah! I keep doing the wrong order. Alright. Well, my voice is starting to hurt. I don't know why I'm so crunky lately. I'm gonna go turn my humidifier on. Oh yes, let me turn my stream avatars back on. Actually, we'll just end it like this. What a short Ashton stream. Thank you guys for yapping with me during it. I'm sorry it's not longer. I actually wanted to sing too, but my voice is really starting to hurt. Does your soul like vanish when you go back to gummy? What do you mean? I don't have one of those. Very fun debut. Please rest your voice. I hope that you guys had fun and thank you for spending the day with me. This is an earlier stream for me, so I hope that even more pit crew across the entire world got to spend it with me. And if I did wrap up early enough, maybe you could even go to the store and get yourself some chocolate and watch a fun romantic movie. That's probably what I'll be doing. Honestly, considering I fell asleep after yesterday's stream at like 10 p.m. and slept until like 4 a.m. and I've been awake for a super long time and my brain feels like it's buzzing like there's bees inside my head. Honestly, I'm probably gonna go to sleep. I'm probably gonna go to sleep. And if you see me on Deadlock, say nothing. Okay? Deadlock is my Valentine. Deadlock might be my Valentine too. Apollo from Deadlock. Time to go buy some gummies. Oh yeah, you craving? Look at you guys craving some gummies. I'm sorry. I think that's a good idea. If you enjoyed this stream and you crave some gummies, you should go out and nab some. And savor them. Particularly gummy worms. Sour gummy worms. I think that's the purest Ashton candy form. Need me some Sour Patch Kids? Yes, those too. They're sour, then they're sweet. Just like me. Alright. This is a special event stream. I probably should just raid somebody. I'm sure there's other VTubers that are doing. Also, thank you everybody who sent in a marshmallow. I really, really did not expect that many people to send in marshmallows to me. So, thank you guys a lot for that. Henya's doing an outfit thing? Ooh, okay. I'll do Henya then. Why not? If she'll let me raid her. Raid Henya the genius. Okay, I won't send it just yet. But, I have this giant gummy mango on my desk. I've been looking at it this whole time, wondering if I should crack into it. Oh my god, they like the peelable mango gummies. Oh, the model looks so cool. Thank you, Wordy. You came right at the end, though. This is such a short Ashton stream. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming today. And I'm sorry that I spent so long yapping about the marshmallows. And like I said, I really appreciate everybody that sent me a marshmallow. I'm sorry that I didn't go through all of them. I didn't expect to receive so many, but I know many of them were very, very heartfelt and loving. And I hope that those who seek advice maybe got like some reassurance. I'm not like the love guru, but I'm always here for you. Because I'm stuck on you. Like a gummy! I'm stuck in your hair and you'll never get me out. I'm stuck in your fur! I'm hitching a ride. Alright, we'll raid Henya on YouTube. On Twitch, rather. And then on YouTube, I'm not raiding anybody because me don't know how it works. So yeah. And I will see you guys next time. I might stream tomorrow night. Perhaps I will even stream using this model. If you are not in the know with the Aston Martin games, I am currently playing a game from my childhood called Little King's Story, which is basically a Pikmin ripoff. And I'm also in the middle of playing Silent Hill 1 and also Mother 3. Glad I rated you. Yes, thank you for the raid, Peanut Fun. And Mother 3. So if you're interested in all those things, you should definitely follow and join the pit crew. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. And I have one last thing for you. Thank you. Thank you for being my Valentine pit crew. And I'll see you guys next time. And thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Redacted. Goodbye.